Day 6, day 6, day 6. Day 6, and we're reworking the whole game. I want to cry. I could have done this right the first time. What's up, gang? Game is in the description, chat. By the way, that animation did finally serialize or whatever. Sanitize. You might be wondering what I'm doing right now, and I'm just basically organizing all the code I made. So that's what I've been doing. Let's do function input controller. Unbind all. Alright, we could do this, and then we could here have a table of inputs. So we could do that, and we can do, I need to figure out what to do with this function, but we could do table, insert, self inputs, name, and then context action service. And this will work on all platforms because we now are making specific buttons and keyboard and console inputs. We're being inclusive now. So you do for v in pairs self inputs do, and then we'll do unbind action v, and we will reset the table. So we can do self inputs clear. Now for the moveset, right? We have this. This is interesting. Okay. Because I need to pass the entire moveset down to the client. We're also in this stream gonna hopefully make client hitboxes because server hitreg sucks. It doesn't suck, but it sucks for like I think like the kind of game that I'm trying to make. So I really don't want to have to deal with it all. So, okay. Where's the moveset one? Okay, so yeah, we have moveset. I haven't made types, so this is just gonna have to be blank. So, a move should have, okay, we'll do this. Name, I am using knit. I wanted to try it. That guy that was like shitting on my code, he might like have like he might, how do I need to word this nicely. He might have a bit of an ego to him, but I think the tool he was utilizing it really interested me. So, and I wanted to try and use it because, like, honestly, why the hell not? So, yeah, that's what we're doing. So we can do keyboard keybind, controller keybind, and we can do enum. I don't know how you do controller buttons. Button A. Are the animations run from client and server? Always client. You always want to run it from the client. If we're on console, I think left trigger would be the hit. I think that's L1. I'll do controller testing later. Except okay, so let's see. Because I don't want okay. Instead of this, we're gonna do I'm trying to think. Because I want to probably make it so you can rebind controls. So the client would need like some form of bind manager or binding controller. So instead of setting direct key codes here, we'd put table entries for the for our binding manager. So instead of this, we could do click, I guess. So or M1, just call it M1. So M1 is a form of bind. All right. So then it'll shoot that back to this moveset controller, and well, let's see. I should really make it types. Let me see if knit has a thing for typing. Surely there's some form of utility. Well, there's enum. That's not really gonna help me here. Where's the chat? There it is. How do you do it like that? It looks cool. What? In Visual Studio Code? It's use a plugin called Rojo. Rojo. I think it's Rojo. I need a types class. Okay, so shoot. So in replicated storage, you can make a folder, call it types, not typers. We can call it types. Let's add a new Lua file. We'll call it types.lua. And then, if I remember correctly, type is export type. We need to do, okay, local types equals this, return types. Then we do export type, and then we look in here. So we have these three values. So name, string, they're all strings. And we need that. do like this. We don't put the square bracket. Rojo doesn't work? Yes it does. Ever make my old games open source? Maybe. Export type roblox. Okay, wait, let's see. Oh, I didn't give it a name. I'm stupid. Also, it's equals, not a function. So we do export type move, I guess. And then now, if we go to moveset controller and do local types equals require replicated storage dot types. Is it just directly stored in replicated storage? Packages, assets. It should be in shared. It should be in shared. So we do replicated storage, shared, and then types. I don't know why it doesn't show up though. And then we could do, and now we can do, where do I have this? Okay, so moveset. Now we can do types dot move. Perhaps not. I swear that's how you do it. Pretty darn sure that's how you do it. Undefined type move. I don't get it. I think it's because it's not finding this file. My brother is so obnoxious. Alright, let me reconnect. Because, like, I think Rojo is bugging out. Rojo. Yeah, Rojo is bugging out. Bergen, none of them, Bergen. Here's what we'll do. We'll relaunch Studio and pray to the gods that it works. Rojo. Sure. Save all changes. No, it's just bugging, bro. It's just bugging. You look like Duckus? Who's that? There is a session, right? Does this port bug out because I'm streaming? There's no way it uses the same port. Control Shift P, Rojo menu. Okay, I have it open. Wait, Rojo not. Wow. Stream. I want to see if this is a thing. What? I don't know. 3 and 1 then throw then ground throw? Yeah. That's like the combo. Why is Rojo bugging? Why do I have two versions of Rojo? Battle. Where's RBLX? Net fail. Is there something wrong with the project? It's for the same reason that I have to keep reinstalling Rojo every single time I want to run the project. Well, that worked, I think. Shared. Types. Oh, right, it has a folder. Probably can just do types.init.lua, and then that'll directly make it. Never mind. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Where is it? Types. And it's gonna be your dot types. And then that should work. Move. Yes. Add inputs. No, just add input. So we got move.name. Well, actually, we could just pass the entire move through. And then we could just require it in input controller. So we could do it here. This is now a move. Types.move. Then we could do move.name. Like there. And then move.keyboard keybind. Move.controller keybind, but the thing about this is that it has to go through a bind controller. So what we're gonna need to do is get the binding service, which I have, or a controller, which I haven't made yet. So we're gonna make local bind service, or bind controller equals init get controller bind controller. And then we're gonna do bind controller get keybind, like that. Bind controller get controller bind. Or get control. Perhaps we could just pass a tuple. We could do this, or we can pass this and then return a tuple. So we could do that. Then we can make a new, not exactly combat, so we could do, I guess I'll just do miscellaneous for now. New file, keybind, or bind controller.lua. And we can we have a snippet for this, we could do knit controller, and then we can do function bind controller get key bind return whatever, because we're gonna have to get it from a table, or I will rename this to input. What have you been missing out? Me refactoring code. It's not very fun. So we can do return, or yeah, return enum dot, or no, okay, we could do, we're gonna need some form of table. Can you post more frequently, please? I'd love to, but I also have to live my life. Key, control, these are both strings. So we could do, we can have the control scheme here. So we could do control scheme equals this. This is a table. Boom. Inside here, we can have M1, and then we could do key bind and control, and then this will be enum user input type mouse button 1 enum key code button L2. Wait, let me get my controller. Where is it? It's right there. Ew, it's like hairy. Oh, it says LT. I don't know if LT is, I don't know what LT is. I'm gonna assume it's L2. That's left trigger. And then we could do return self dot control scheme key, oh yeah, we only need one name. Control, we could just do that. So key control scheme control dot key bind and self control scheme control and control. I made a effects library for that. Okay, and then now we have to change a lot of things. So back in here, this is routed to moveset handler. So we're gonna have to change the move type itself to keyboard key bind to control. So, and then control is used by moveset handler. Not in a way I need to change it. That goes to input handler. Input handler passes move. We need move.control. Do not worry about it. Do not worry about it. Battlegrounds games is a very, very complicated game. If you are a noob, do not try and make a Battlegrounds game. It's not gonna work out. You need to start smaller, man. Making a Battlegrounds game is way too big of a task. Doing this in a week is way too big of a task, which is why I've been struggling so hard. It's not an easy thing whatsoever. And it's not like something that you can just like shat out by like um, creating um, like a bunch of different things from like mangling tutorials together. It just doesn't work that way. I don't mean to come off as aggressive, by the way. Like don't get me wrong. I'm just warning you. Like um it's a big mistake. What am I so the problem I'm facing with right now is the code structure. That's why you see me in Visual Studio Code right now. The thing is, when I first started the challenge on day 1, I was not at all thinking about the actual structure of the code. Structuring code is like the most important thing ever. So I wasn't thinking of it too well, and um that caused a lot of unorganization, which is just it's really annoying. And like it becomes unmaintainable at a point. So it's just bad. Uh Yo, I won't respond in chat because I'm on something. Also, is tomorrow your last stream for this? Tomorrow is the last stream. Tomorrow is the last day. Yeah. I don't even know if I'll end up with a complete game at the end of this, but that's okay because I'll just work on it after and then maybe make a video. Is task.delay better than task.wait in some circumstances? I mean, it just depends. Um, task.delay invokes a function straight after it. It's just like a shorthand version of task.wait. Are you making an awakening? I'm not gonna have time to make an awakening. That's a whole other move set. That would be crazy to do. I'd have to like stay up like 2 days straight. Stream all night to get some progress done. The problem with that is the longer I stay up, it's like diminishing returns because like the longer you stay up, the lower your cognitive ability becomes, and then you start just writing bad code or like staring at a wall, or at least that's what I do. But or you burn out. So it's tough. Coding is a tough thing. Coding is a tough thing. Chug down some energy drinks. My parents don't want me drinking that. Okay. So you can just do print keybind works. And then let's see what kind of fun errors we get. Right, of course. What is this bind controller? There's nothing more that I love than what is get engine feature? Get service. Then forgetting to require a service because the LSP does not warn you that. Well, it's not the LSP's fault. It's because there's no linter. Let's see. Will you give more time to the game and finishing it when you're done with the weeks? Or you will. Wait, what? Well, am I reading this right? Will you give more time to the game and finishing it when you're done with the week, or you will Nesser return to the game because I think this game is pretty and I don't know if you want to finish this masterpiece. No, I want to finish it. I want to finish it. Or at the very least, just have like at least one character work. Because the thing with me is like, if I don't see like progress, I just kind of begin to give up. I don't know if that's just exclusive to me. It's probably not. It's definitely not. It's definitely not. It's definitely not. Bind inputs. Wait, you need to see the code. All right. Bind input controller. Unbind all. Unbind inputs. Making a map tomorrow? I guess I have to. Or I might just not make a map. Really does not matter all that much. Oh yes, the punch animation. I was testing it, so it just fires like 3 seconds after you spawn. Missing get key binds. It's probably because it's get key bind. Yeah. It should be get key binds. There you go. That's the wrong tab. So there we go. Keybind thing does work. We need some more logic though. Currently, you can see it's toggle. Actually, we do want that. So what I'm thinking is, if I open a paint diagram, so we have the move set. This craps things out into the input controller. So, and then the input controller currently communicates with context action service and makes a I don't know, context action. Sorry for my terrible writing. So currently it makes a context action, and then this has a function in it. Okay, so this has a function in it, and this function currently it just prints keybind works. But I'm thinking instead we need to make some form of like okay, so wait, let me do CTRL. So I think we need to make some form of input class. So this input class, so it creates both of these things, and then this context action can communicate with the input class. That way, because currently this context action right here is stateless. It's just essentially something that runs a function. This is all it does, is run this function. But what we want when you can hold down left click, and that's not something you can do here. Well, actually, let's see. Context action service hold button. Let's see. Perhaps, maybe you can. Let's see. I don't, because as far as I know, you can't. Yeah, you can. What kind of game should you make? I don't know. Something simple. So, okay, so we're going to need this context action to directly communicate with the input. And how that's going to work is this input here is going to be stored inside of a table. And then it'll be identified by a name. So it'll have a name, and then this context action also it'll have the name of the input, which it can then locate from the table to communicate with this input and set its state. And then the input controller, is going to also interface with run service, and it's going to run service is going to have its signal, the heartbeat signal, heartbeat. So it's going to have a signal, and we're going to essentially we're going to how do I explain this? The input's going to go into the heartbeat and be checked. So because this can interface with this also has access to this, and then therefore we can shoot that right into here, which I'm sure this diagram makes little to no sense, but this is what we're gonna do. So let me see. Bind action. I don't know what its parameters are. Bind action, CTX, service, roblox. Okay. So now that the yapping session is done. So, okay, good. Yeah, we have the name, the input, so we can do. So we don't need the name really. So we could do user input state, or state equals enum user input state. Wait, I'm stupid. There we go. I don't know what I was doing there. Like that. So we have this, and then with the state, if state is equal to enum user input state begin, then interface with input object, and otherwise, what the hell? Otherwise, interface with it the other way and turn it off. Boom. Simple as that. But Liam, what if we're making a toggle input? I'm gonna kill myself. If we're making a toggle input, I don't know, that'll be something we'll define in the input object class. Okay. That's not simple. I did not understand that. Fair enough. Okay, so let's do input object dot lua with two U's, yeah. So we can do local input object return input object underscore index equals input object function input object dot new. Then we'll do self equals local self. We're gonna do some metatable stuff. Just set metatable input object return self. There we go. So what will input object have? It'll have a state of being enabled. Enabled. There we go. False. That's a private variable, so let's make sure to make a getter and a setter. So we can do input object set enabled boolean enabled boolean. Then we could do, wait, what? Wait a minute. Hello? Did I forget how to make a function? What if I just retype that out? Huh. Input object set set. There's a dot? Wait, what? No. I think there just wasn't an end here. There we go. Okay. Set enabled, self enabled equals enabled. Then we could do, no, it's a colon. Set object get enabled return self enabled. The code doesn't work. It's probably because the book is so like old and outdated and doesn't work with new things. There's a lot of very handy resources online, so you know. Huh? Alright. I don't know if this is gonna have any form of signal. I don't think it needs that. I think it literally all it needs is a state. So we can do, what's up, Prince Elijah? So we can do input object equals require script dot parent dot input object, and then this can be now, oh yeah, it needs a name. Input object new move dot name. There. So let's go back into here. So it can have a name too. Name equals name. Name is a string. Self inputs. Huh. Okay, wait, let's do, move.name. There we go. Move.name equals set enabled true. Oh, we don't even need this. We don't need an else statement. We could literally just set it to false up here, and it just runs in the same cycle, so it's fine. Yes, this is a Roblox plugin that changes the UI. Now, this is Visual Studio Code. If you use Roho, it allows you to interface between the two. Ro found the ancient scripts. Alright. Now we're already in input controller. So we could do function, input controller, knit start, and then this can interface with run service. So we could do run service dot heartbeat connect function, and then because this coding editor is better than the Roblox one. That's really what it dumbs down to. We could do self inputs, or no, we can do for v in pairs self inputs do, and then here we could print the state of it. So we do print v get state, and this. Yeah, that's fine. Get state. There we go. Oh no. Oh, I put underscore inputs. That's not a thing. Looks like I need more water. Okay. That shouldn't be. No, that shouldn't be. It can't be. So this has to be v.name. Function input object get name return self name. There we go. Returns. Alright. Oh, of course. No end. What am I working on? Just reorganizing things. I don't know if I'll have enough time to reorganize everything and finish the game. But yeah, I'm working on I'm working on an input system. You're correct. I think it'll be much better. I think it'll be much better than the other one. But currently it's not right now. I mean, that's probably like a few errors, you know. Actually, I just realized we could do table insert self inputs move.name, and then we could just have local input object Well, oh no, I'm stupid. No, because I need to access it from outside. But I can just do table.insert. There we go. And then we could do v get name. So this is probably still gonna work. It's probably gonna say can't get name. Nope, it just says can't get state. I don't know how. Oh, because I don't have get state. It's get enabled. Well, okay, I'm not gonna call it that then. Everything named enabled here, we're going to rename to state because that makes more sense. Okay, maybe we gotta change this a little bit. All right. Oh, interesting. Wonder why that is. Oh, right. That's why we did that. Okay, well, what we can really do is do input object equals this. Okay, this is what I was trying to do. Add the input object after. Well, it literally doesn't matter. Bind action could probably be split like this. You could do that. And do all that. There we go. Alright, then, okay. Okay, let's go. And now we can just do input object instead. Why do you add a name, then colon to the params? Type definition. There we go, gang. There it is. Punch true, punch false, punch true, punch false. All right. Now we have that. Now that can be passed to a move handler. But I'm gonna get some water real quick. right. So, ow. Alright, we don't need this here. Okay. Yeah, we don't need that. All these handlers, actually they're controllers. Trust me, it's good. It's really good. Look at how neat and organized my code is. I even rewrote the ragdoll one. It's very neat. It's very neat. I rewrote the ragdoll module. It's very neat. Doesn't look very nice. He looks messy. That's because you're probably not familiar with the library and my code structure. Trust me, it's quite organized. Hello, Cone. Okay, so now we have a working input handler. So we're going to need to... what messy and organized code is supposed to look like. I'll show you what messy code looks like. Thank you. Let me show you guys what messy code looks like. Or let me explain what not messy code is, or clean code. Clean code separates things very cleanly into their own distinct functions, and everything has a clear purpose. Messy code looks like this. This is what messy code looks like. This is what messy code looks like. All of this is a giant mess. You see this entire function, or this if statement, this entire section right here. You want to see what I did to it? Wait. I condensed it down into this. And then we also have this data file for offsets and stuff, but that's less important. Yeah, basically. Those M1s. Alright. Go ahead. It's pretty hard for sure. I've just learned a lot since I made the initial ragdoll module. Looking back at it now, sucks. Coding is hard. I don't know what you're talking about. I'd say it's simple to learn, but it takes a lifetime to master. But really, that goes with anything. Let's make an attack manager. Not manager. controller, attack controller. So, let's see, input controller. VFX, yeah, I'm sure. So what do I do other than scripting, deving wise? Make YouTube videos. Stream for you guys. No, you know, I mean, if you mean like extracurricular wise, I did cross country for my school. Um, and just today, I hit the gym for the first time. I got a gym membership, guys. I'm gonna try and build muscle. I'm also a student, you know. I'm a I'm a junior in high school. The copying the timings for them, the impact is at 0.75 seconds. I don't know how I can send you the animations directly. Big balls elementary. That is something only a first grader would come up with. So I believe you. Basically out of school. What? What country are you from and how do schools work differently there? I'm curious. Do have run surface. That's weird. Okay. We'll call them moves. Move. So move controller, which is very odd because we also have move set controller. We go up by forms. Form 1 would be 6th grade. And we go up to Form 5, which would be like 10th grade. That sounds strange. Yeah. That's interesting. I wonder if it's like harder. Knit get controller, move controller, and now move controller. Enact move. Yeah, we're gonna have to I think moves should probably be canceled depending on what move they are. Or basically a move should not be able to run. The conditions in which a move should not be able to run should be defined by the move itself. So we're just gonna check for a move running every frame. Yeah. I don't know, I wouldn't say it's harder. It would probably be on what your school teaches. Oh, okay. 'Cause I know I think some countries like just have harder schools than others. I'm not sure though. How old was Hasm when he made Please Donate? I don't know. I don't know Hasm. .5 seconds? Yeah. And if it's too fast, I'll just slow down the animation, so it's fine. Okay, so we'll just pass the move into here. Collision lag. I don't exactly know what you mean by that. Collision lag. Sure. Idle animation? Yeah, sure. Yo, and by the way, I have a question. I want you to know if this is possible by scripting. See how there are graphing nodes when you tap and turn it from 1 to 10. Shows more or less. Is it possible to script a separate node slider that shows just like level 10 VFX at level 1 graphics? I don't No, I don't think so because VFX is like controlled internally by like the Roblox core scripts. You can't really modify user settings or like hardware settings, unfortunately. Roblox does not give you that power, which makes sense. It's a lot of power. Yeah, no, it does though. Let's see. Function. Move controller. Enact move end. Then we're gonna need to require the move type. So let's add types into here. And we'll do move types move. And then we'll add replicated storage. IP and MAC addresses. Yeah. You should also be able to access any Bluetooth devices that they have. You should also have the ability to force their computer to send packets to random servers. That's not what a MAC address is. MAC address is basically like a hardware ID for your computer, I believe. Let me see. MAC address, because now I'm curious. A unique 12-character alphanumeric attribute that is used to identify individual electronics devices on a network. Yep. Pretty sure getting hands on your MAC address. Think. Botnets? Dude, yeah, they should. Like, ransomware? Row ransomware. Dude, oh my god, that would be so awesome. Cause then, like, you could, like, make them buy a game pass to decrypt their files. Like, I could imagine it right now. How about, like, you can delete System 32 off their computer? Like, oh my god. Like, what if they just allowed kernel access and you could just format their hard drive? Like, I think that would be a great idea. I think that's the next step for Roblox, actually. If David Bazuki let me take his chair, I would allow I would I would allow that. All devious out here. No. No, we're just being more inclusive. That's what I'd call it. Inclusivity, my friend. Skibbity, my friend. So we still need to make this move thing. I don't know how we're gonna do this. I think what's gonna happen here is we're gonna make like modules for each move, and then you could just require the module. So combat, we could do moves, and then in here we'll have all our move modules. See if I have any urgent messages on Discord. When you guys DM me, by the way, sorry I can't respond. I don't hear pings because I have streamer mode on. Dude, my calluses kind of hurt still. And oh, man, this morning was terrible. I had to like lay on my bed because like my shoulder blade was just hurting so bad. No, you know what? I'll shut up. I'll stop complaining. But it was though, like crap like demobilized me. mobilize. I don't know if that's the right word, but whatever. So let's do require moves directory dot or find first child move dot name. Well, actually, let's do this. Assert. We'll assert that it exists. Okay, wait, let's do this. Local move equals this. Assert move. Provided move was not found in moves directory. And then we could do move, require move, and then that's it. It'll be its own function. And then this will allow us to execute code. Who would have thought? So now in here, we can make punch.lua. And this will be our first move file. So we can do return function, and then literally this. And if we want to pass in any parameters, we can do it all here. I don't know if this is good though, because I just remembered that at least for the punch, there's a state. Perhaps we can store that in the character though. For now, we can just do print punch. And let's see what errors pop up in the console. Of course, I forgot to add the moves directory, so we could do local moves directory equals require script parent moves. And now we have a moves directory. Yeah, not something you should require. Don't know why I added that. It's actually just a reference. There we go. Argument 1 missing or null. Enact move. Okay. So the move name is null for some reason. Pretty sure I passed in the move in enact move though. But we could check in input controller. Yeah. So somehow, some way, this move must be null. Because otherwise, it would not be returning that error. That's right, it's underscore name. So we actually need to invoke the get name function because I decided to do this OOP thing like a loon. So, well, no, getters and setters is the proper way of doing OOP. Don't get that wrong, but still. So we need to invoke get name instead. Oh, right, this runs regardless of state. We don't want that. Also, wait a second. So, Giga Chat. V Right. Okay, yeah, we just need to get the state. So we should always pass in the state, actually. So we should do move get state. Then we can do state in here. Ooh, yeah, you know what? We don't need that. Actually, we do need that. Then we can do if not state, then return end. It's kind of weird because state is not an enum. State, okay. I don't want to call it that. Let's call it active. Because, like, state doesn't make much sense. I could call it enabled, but whatever. Get state is not a valid member of moves.punch. That's correct. It's actually not. So, getting lost in my code here. Let's see. Oh, I'm just a genius and I decided to do that. We should call this move function. Oh, in the background, that's my brother. He's, don't even ask. I don't know what he's doing. This is being dumb. There we go. The punch animation. That's not showing up because I have working code. That's showing up because in the animation control. Wow, he's being really annoying. Because in the animation controller I made it the animation play directly after. So we could actually do this. Well, we're gonna need to require knit. So we can do local knit, or however you do it. It's like this. Let's get knit, and then I believe we can require it here, or get the service. So we can do knit, or we can do local animation controller equals knit get controller, and then we could do animation controller. Oh, actually, we just do all this. There we go. And there's currently no phase in this punch, so yeah. So this should spam the punch emote because currently there's no state handler. Or no, there's no state machine. The next thing we're gonna do is probably import another library by Sleetnik that is for state machines because we need a state machine. Replicated storage, game, get service, replicated storage. And then we pray that this works. There's a chance that knit doesn't work. It does work. It's beautiful, chat. Disregard the fact that, like, the punch animation is constantly in a state of running. Also, we're also changing the hitbox method back to a box in front of you because I think that hitbox might be better than raycast hitbox. So that's the next thing we can do is we can make our hitbox visualization. So we're gonna do local hitbox controller. Luckily I already made the hitbox controller, so we can just do hitbox controller, check area, and we could do C frame. Well, we want to get our characters C frame, so we could do that by getting character at the top here. So we could do local char equals players, local player, character. Is your room a green screen? No, it's not a green screen. I'm actually gonna put that back. Would I really have the sick Thomas the Tank Engine blanket on the back of my chair if my room was a green screen? Actually, the chair wouldn't get keyed out, so never mind. Okay. Ten out of 10 blanket. I used to, when I was like a little kid, I used to be like the biggest fan of Thomas the Tank Engine. CAPTCHA verification. We're also going to want configs for these moves, so we could do config then we could do punch config dot lua. I did see your message. I was joking. See what this looks like. So we're gonna do local config equals script.parent.configs find first child script.name config. And then we could do config dot oh, this needs to be required. Yeah, it's not gonna be able to get that. Hitbox distance and config hitbox size. Let's see what else here. Ignore. Let's ignore a character and let's visualize. So we could do config debug Debug true. Can you pick up your camera? No, it's fixed to one location. I have it drilled onto my monitor. This might be a little too large of a hitbox. Yeah, what you guys think of the hitbox? Let's see. Hitbox controller. Yeah, let's remove this function. We don't need that anymore. Good thing I don't have the ragdoll test on too. How'd that happen? How did that happen? Oh, that's right. I have a combat service. We're gonna have to change combat service because now combat service is going to the server verification is going to not, it's probably just gonna do like a distance check as sanity. Does my brother do YouTube? No, he just exists, I guess. Why is that hitbox still there? It needs to, it got to go. But I don't know how to get rid of it. How are you gonna get rid of it? Hitbox service? Oh, yeah, I have a hitbox service. I don't think we need a hitbox service. This seems to be fine, as is. My brother has uploaded like a few YouTube videos before. I didn't think it's possible to spawn in one. What's the something mark? We don't have a point of contact anymore. Probably just gonna still be on the end of the fist. I don't know, chat. Do you think this hitbox is too large? You can hit someone from here. I think that might be too far. Let's remove it and make the hitbox a little different. I think this hitbox makes more sense. That still might be too far, I think. Let me close all my Roblox scripts here, because they keep confusing me. Alright. Ow. Alright, that's fine. I don't know, that actually feels too small. I think it should be this. I think this was a good size. Idle is done. Nice. Okay, but we don't want to spawn this hitbox like this. This is not right. We actually have an animation event for this, luckily. It is for M1s. Kind of like how I have them already, to be honest. Like this. What do I have the... Okay, I have it as punch. So in here we're gonna look for a punch event. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do we have the animation here, so we can actually just do local anim equals this, and then we can do first we can do anim.play, but before we do that we can do anim.get marker reach signal. I have one called punch function, or okay, then I think we do connect, or actually once function, because there's only one. Animation track, let me see this. Anim get marker reach signal punch. Yeah, okay, once, and then we'll do the hit like that. The animations do work. I can't even remember if I got rid of it or not. Oh, that's right. The hitbox is not actually created on the impact because I wasn't doing the thing on the client. So right here is where the hitbox needs to spawn. So this is punch 2. Yeah, it's 3 punches, 1 kick. Do import right there. Hopefully they don't have to resanitize because I haven't changed. I only changed marker data, but we'll see. Okay, so yeah, a thing I did with the new input controller is if we go onto a mobile device, it should work. It does work, yeah. See, so we do have mobile buttons. I don't know about the positioning of them, but yeah, there is mobile buttons. So do not fear. It also should work on console. So, let me grab my Xbox controller right here. And let's find a appropriate USB, micro USB. I think this will work. This will work just fine. Okay. Shift lock is already in the game. Oh, unless you mean mobile shift lock. I don't know how I could do that. There you go. Yeah, it works on controller too. Except that's the right trigger. For some reason it works with both triggers. I don't know how that works. But yeah, we can console control. Why don't you weld the hitboxes? Because you see the representation of the hitbox, it's there for one tick. It's there for one tick. So the immediate second that the punch reaches there and the thing shows up, it's already gone. The red hitbox is just a visual debug indicator. So yeah, the hitbox does not last. It's yeah, because it's a hit scan. So there we go. That works. Glad that works. And mobile too, and computer. So we have all platforms covered with my new input handler. All thanks to the bajillion lines of code that I wrote. Now what we need to do is we need to go and have a conversation with the server about what we just did. Also, we're going to disable debug because I don't like the visual indicator. Can you play on a toaster? If your toaster has mobile controls, computer controls, or console controls, then yes. Otherwise, I think you might be out of luck. Alright, before we have a nice conversation with the server, we need to make state machine. So if I open the utility here, I believe he has a state machine. Let's see. Animation get marker signal. So you can add markers in your animation, and these invoke events in scripts if listened to. So it's basically an event in the animation, so you don't have to so you don't have to time the impact with like a wait statement. Just something I really hated about the old code. Option. That's interesting. PID controller, quaternion, sequent. Huh. Sir. Oh, serialize. Signal. How do you add markers? You just right click in the animation editor and add marker. Silo. Okay, silo. So silo is the state container. So let's see how this works. I don't know if silo. It's a state container. Redux slices? What is redux slices? Okay, wait. Roblox state machine. I think, wait, so what is this? So how does this work? I'm curious about this. This is what I'm looking for. Modifier, action, and state. So we have a state and we have modifiers. Get state. Oh, I see. And then it gets all those. So it doesn't work in the exact same way a state machine does. I'm not sure what the point of that is. Okay, we do have a GitHub repository. And we do have this. What's the state machine? It's basically how do I explain it? Here, let's read the tutorial page together. Remember, the main purpose we use state machines to begin with is so we can break down a complex system into smaller and simpler systems. So that's basically what it does. It's for like transitioning between different states. Like imagine your player has an attacking, running, stunned states. A bunch of important states that like your character would have. Well, basically what this does is it centralizes it and you can like transition to different states. My brother's just yapping, bro. Yeah, but we also have transitions. Yeah, they do. A lot of people do. Well, not that many, but quite a few. Yeah, let's just see. I might just like make my own. So state. So let's make a state controller. Do I use OOP for everything? Yeah, pretty much. There's no reason not to. Okay. So function state controller, set state. Actually, I think don't we have something similar to that? We have the input object. Huh, but this is its own service. Wait, I just realized. So we're gonna do players, local player, character added, connect function, because every time we reset the character, we want to make sure that we're in the initial state. So you can do self set state enums states dot none. We'll add enums later. Let's also do function state controller set state. There we go. Then we could do state enums state. Alright, so we have a types folder. We can also now add a enums folder, and we could do enums.lua, and then inside of here we'll have, or we can do return, and then we could do, so this is our enums table, and we could do state. So we're gonna have an init state. We're going to have running state. We're going to have, or not init state, we're gonna have, okay, so we're gonna have idle, we're gonna have running, we're going to have blocking, we're gonna have stunned, and then we're gonna have iframe. So idle state is for when you're doing nothing. This includes walking. Running state is for when you're running. Blocking. Stunned is for like when your character is like unable to move. And then the iframe state is basically going to make you invincible. No, I'm not going to continue this. I don't even watch One Piece. So let's do local enums equals require replicated storage shared state enums state. And because it's an enum, it's literally just a number. Then we could do self dot state equals state idle state equals zero. There. Chugging down body armor. What? The only problem now is that our state handler is not replicated. And did I bring my brother in the room? No. Yes, I'm realizing a problem with our little state handler here. And that problem is that it's highly exploitable. This might have to be something that is on the server. Because the state is not replicatable. What do you do a Gojo game in 1 week or day? Jujutsu Kaisen game? Maybe. Maybe. Domain. Yeah, domain expansion. We're gonna have to turn this into a service. No. That's what I didn't want to do. Alright, oh well. Alright, so let's make a service. I like services. Let's make state service. Then we could do knit service. So right off the bat, we're gonna do the exact same thing. Player added, connect, function, player. Then we're gonna do player, character added, connect, function, character, boom shakalaka. And then we can do state service, init state, alright, yeah, and then we could do init state character, or actually player. We'll make this part of the player. So player, player set state, or set attribute. We'll just do this through attributes. Set attribute state 0, or instead we can require the enum, so we can do local enums equals require replicated storage, solves 2 issues. Shared enums state idle, and then this automatically replicates, which is really good. In fact, we could just do not init state, we could just do set state We can do the player, and we can do enums state idle state, and then this is a player, this is a state, which is a number. There we go. Let's make sure this is a model and this is a player. And there is our state service. We don't even need to have a get state. Well, we should. Let's do function state service set state get state player state, or no, that's it. And then player get attribute state we'll do return this. There we go. We can also expose a client function to get our own. So we could do function state service client get state and this will return player or return, yeah, so player player self get state. Oh no, this doesn't work. You have to do self server get state player. Now you can get the state from the client as well. This is just a neater way than just using the attributes. Now in here, in what's good? Combat, moves, punch. Okay, so we can do why am I using Rojo? Because it's better. Am I doing Unity? No, this is Roblox. State service equals knit get service state service, and now we can get our state. So we can do Rojo allows you to use other code editors on Roblox. Local state equals state service get state. We can do if state. It's a plugin. It's a plugin you have to download on VS Code and Roblox. If our state is not equal to 0, then we will return. There we go. Now the only way to change our state is to access the server. But let's, in the meantime, print our state just to see what it is. Oh, okay, that's right, there's promises. So instead of this, we do, and then function print state wait, Wait, I don't remember how to do it. Sorry for my brother, by the way. He's being annoying and loud. Um, Wait, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Okay, yeah, and then function state print state. But it also means we cannot return out of this function. Well, for now, let's just print the state. Your most prized possession. In my bedroom. You're basically on top of it. It would be my computer. It's like the most expensive thing I own. And like, I love my computer. I would put all the logic in the and then thing, but that's going to add delay. This is a tough issue. Because, I mean, right now, the state is a player attribute. So I could do local player, players, local player. And then you could do print player, get attribute, state, but that's not that good. Actually, it makes a little difference, I think. Yeah, right. There we go. So we have that. Now for punching, technically the state should change immediately. Crap. I don't know. Wait, because, oh, the state replication is bad. I don't think that would cause any issues. I could have a local state. Oh my god. Shut up. I'm still gonna hear them through my walls because they're like literally as thin as rice paper. But oh well. Lagging? Hmm. Mm. Machine replicator. Is this what the state machine thing fixes? I don't know. Hello? Is the dev form down? Replica service? Hmm. I think I'm lagging. There's no way. Am I lagging? I could be lagging. I don't know. Back in business. We go to the top. This is no good. How am I able to load downwards, not up? Dude, this thing is bugging. Human verification. Bro, what? Hello? Hello? How do I just want to see the top post. Oh my god. Okay. Hee 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 ha. Where's the dark theme? Where's the dark theme? No, no. No, 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 no. Where's the dark theme? Oh my god, there's no dark theme. This is not what I want at all. Chad, how am I supposed to handle this? The last thing I want is to still have a stupid attack time. but I might have to add it. I might have to add it. We definitely cannot have a state controller. State has to be handled on the server. I mean, what I look like with my glasses off? The same, but without glasses. Oops. Do I look that much different? I don't know, chat. Chat, I'm tripping. It's just one thing that got me tripping. It's just one thing that got me tripping. It is just one thing that got me tripping. Bing bong, bing bong. Get attribute state not equal to. We need to add the states thing. Yeah, I'm gonna need this either way. Equals require replicated storage packages. No. Shared enums. Yeah, that's fine, don't worry. Turn end. Okay. But this is not gonna work. I need to set the state. Okay, wait. Well, I'll just make the server communication first, I guess. init get service combat service dot or colon punch oh yeah, this returns something. We could do result humanoid so you could do punch humanoid. There we go. And then that sends it to combat service. So we could do function combat service client dot punch, or let's do melee attack. Combat attack or melee attack. Then we could do player there. Then we could do self server validate melee server validate melee attack where character hit humanoid. There. Validate melee attack. Right, we're gonna need the attack name. Oh, that's what I don't trust, is what form of attack it is. Hit humanoid. Oops. Meant to mute. My cat is meowing. Come on. So there's noise suppression. this, because I don't know, bro. My family's antics are weird. Oh, low key. So we could do char or local hit char equals hit humanoid dot parent. Then we can do char get pivot. It's not pivot. Let's get, wait, it might be pivot. What is it? Get primary. No, get primary part. Alright, get pivot dot position minus hit char get pivot high low key dot position magnitude and then if this is larger than, I don't know, some range, then return. I don't know how I can get that information though. Because we're literally, all we're doing is accepting melee requests from the client, and that's very risky. Very, very risky. Because we don't want cheaters. But at the same time, I just don't know. Also we need to like pipe the config, but you could just, if you're a hacker, you can literally just pipe a different config in there, or your own values. Just have a punch, or not your own values, but you could pipe a config that is like OP into a non-OP move. Put the cat on the bed. He doesn't like sitting on the bed that much. He goes on his own. No way. It's a palindrome. So yeah, we're gonna need hit humanoid. Yeah, we gotta pipe the config. Alright, he's going to his corner, I guess. Config string. I don't like this, but I honestly cannot think of a better way. think we're gonna have a client set state. Actually, no, I can't. Gosh darn it, I don't know what to do. This server validation is such a pain. Because I'm constantly thinking of ways to exploit my own thing. Because that's what an exploiter will try and do. So you have to think about what they're gonna exploit before they exploit it. Because, okay, we need player get, or we need local init, or not, we need state service equals init get service state service, and then we need state service set state player, and then we also need the enums, so we need local enums equals require replicated storage shared enums, and then enums state we don't have an attacking state, bro. Where's my enums? Attacking. There we go. Attacking. We also want it to be a temporary state change. But if I do that, then I'll run into race conditions. If I add a duration kind of thing. Also, I can't even have this here. I can't even have this here. Because this is not where that happens. Ah, I'm going insane, chat. There's no way. Wait, this guy just like me for real. ChatGPT sucks. heck? I mean, it's an interesting state thing. I don't know. I don't know. But that's interesting though, state override. Because you can just cancel all if that's the case. I don't know. I don't know, chat. I'm gonna work on it some more on my own. But thank you all for tuning in. And I'll see you all next stream for the final stream. Bye, chat.